Alright guys, just a quick chat. Everyone's doing really well. I just need to say that apprentices are to be helping with rinsing colours now. We're getting so busy, they can start doing that on the floor. We can also start organising our afternoon now and get through the washing and rinsing bowls and washing dishes. When we've rinsed the client's colour or just shampooed their hair, bring what was used to their seat. So this was us talking about that upselling question you had this morning.
Yep.
So bring what you use to their seat and talk about the product. Talk about how it feels, how it smells, what it does to the hair. So you need to know background information about this product. Read the back of it. But you're not going to know what it does until you've used it. Use it on different types of hair. Start, eliminating what you do and you don't like about certain things and what works for certain people and what doesn't. And the same as the styling products as well. Upsell them to clients. When you use them on the client, put them in front of them. Put the product in front of them, put it on their bench, let them look at it. Even if you're discussing something in them, while you're putting their colour on or while you're cutting their hair, ask them how they style it.
So just like leave it there. And
leave
they
it there in
pick
front of
up
it,
and look
yeah.
at it.
Because the majority of the time they'll pick it up. They want to feel it in their hands. They want to read it. They want to know more about it. So add-on services as well. So instead of a blow dry or a dry off, offer to straighten it or to do some curls. Let them leave with something they haven't had before. Even if it was a braid or, just something different. So I'll demonstrate a little bit. You've just come over from the basin, and while they're walking to their chair, you go and grab your products, your shampoo and your conditioner, a treatment as well. Bring it in front of them, put it in front of them. Tell them first how you'd use it. You shampoo twice, and every second time use the treatment instead of the conditioner. And also, while you bring those three over, bring over the pack. Tell them that the pack, when you buy the pack, you save so much money instead of buying each one singularly. And then, you can let them know you pick this certain one. If it's a colour one, you pick this one because of the colour that they've just had. It stops the colour from fading. It adds moisture to keep the hair shiny. All those little things. But everyone's doing so well. Everyone's talking, which is great. And these are all, working off each other, so that's good. If you're finding it's difficult to get familiar with the products, just choose one and use it every time for just this afternoon, and see how it feels in the hair, or use it as a styling aid. So just pick one product and use that one for the rest of the afternoon on each client. Find a way to use it. Also, here are the feedback forms. Ask your client to fill them in after you complete your service. Here's some more. This one here states that they were satisfied with their colour today, especially how you listened to their needs in the consultation. They scored well because their concerns were adhered to, and you went above and beyond, and they would very likely recommend us to their friends. But they do recommend to improve on personal services, that other staff would speak to them and say hello. So everyone just needs to remember that, it's not just your client in here. We need to just say hello, how are you, make everyone feel included. Everyone's doing so well and the team is great. I can tell this is the case as everything is running so smoothly. It's important to work together as it shows in our body language and it makes for a great place to be. Been assessing everyone's performance, personal performance. I've been assessing this against how many rebookings per person completed. Everyone has completed up to 50% of their target. The rest of the afternoon should finish this off. Upsells have been done by everybody at least 10 times, beating the minimum requirement of at least 5 times per day. So we're getting it, we're getting there. So it's great. If a team member is in the middle of a consultation, they are not to be answering the phone or attending to a client waiting at the desk. Other team members who are not consulting are to attend to this. We can't give a good consultation if we're in and out all the time. We lose place and we lose track of what we're talking about and where we are in the conversation, and then the client doesn't feel that they're being listened to. This shows a great start to delivering personal service as well. This also is to be taken in turns, as I was saying, as part of an effective system that runs smoothly, and it does. It has come to my attention also that we are out of our top used treatments. An order has been placed and it is due to be delivered on Thursday. So meanwhile, we need to use the other treatment we have on hand as a substitute until then. Still does the same thing, in the same way, except you'll have to leave it on for an extra 5 minutes. So it's not too bad. The corrective actions were somewhat successful, but it is somewhat successful, but it's duly noted in the future that I will order more of these treatments than usual when doing our stock take. Also, I've noticed, and we've all noticed, that the hairdryer cord on the green hairdryer has become frayed. As you would have seen, I've immediately stopped use of this and I've bagged it and labelled it "Do Not Use." This has been placed in the back room. I've documented it and reported it. I've replaced the hairdryer from one in the back. I've also identified some risks and hazards today. Cash drawer has been left ajar. This may entice thieves to our salon that potentially could cause harm to employees and clients. We need to remember to close it. There's also been a noticeable amount of water on the floor. A wet floor sign really needs to be placed in view of everyone in the salon. A towel needs to be put over the water so everyone can see the hazard, and the water needs to be cleaned up straight away. We can stop this by making sure we don't spray too much water onto our client's hair, and we also need to wrap our client's hair in a towel when moving from the basin to the chair. Please remember to recycle colour tube boxes and keep plastic out of the recycle bin. Also place your unused colour in correct bins, not down the sink. All general waste being placed in the correct bins, please. Remember the new bin where all hair is now being put into, and just remember that this is all to protect our, the environmental sustainability, and especially to minimise colour waste. Please adhere to mixing guides. Staff, there's a mix of us. There's full-time, part-time, casual. Our business software tools, we're able to evaluate our busy times to try and have adequate staff rostered on. Obviously, in the event that we don't have adequate staff, bookings will need to be spaced out to alleviate pressure. So, we need to be leaving sort of staggered gaps between us. In the event, we have walk-ins and we can take them, and we're not just, chock-a-block up in the morning and then we've got nothing in the afternoon. we need to stagger them. Also, in the event if one of us calls in sick, we need to be able to notify their clients by using their contact details from the database and the software appointment book. So each time a client comes in, just make sure and double check with them that their information is up to date. The client will be given the option to rebook with the same stylist. Otherwise, we can also give them a chance to rebook with a different one if they can't make the same day with their usual stylist. Products will ensure there's an adequate supply by completing daily stock checks where we have the minimal level of required stock that will be clearly marked, identified and explained to all staff members. At the end of the week, stock order forms will be completed and submitted to product suppliers. When resources are unavailable, we'll contact the suppliers and see when the next lot of stock will be arriving. And again, in the meantime, we just need to offer a substitute product. And if we can't do this, I will have to source products from a wholesaler nearby. Workstations, to ensure there is an adequate supply of workstations. I've completed enough market research to establish the size of the salon and the expected number of customers per day. This will also be measured up against the number of staff working in the salon. It should be a ratio of 3 workstations to 1 hairdresser. When the market area grows and shows sign of growth, that's when we'll reevaluate the staffing situation to make sure that we have enough workstations to equip staff and clientele. Then technology, obviously we have enough supply of adequate technology. The IT company we've hired make sure we have the latest and up-to-date technology. We do have a deal with our IT company that we have a backup storage, like a storage cloud where we can store all data in case of emergency. With a few storms lingering around this past couple of days, so such as a technical fault, the salon the salon will be equipped with a generator, so in case of a power outage we can keep running. And as part of our contingency plan, there will be a spare laptop kept on myself to keep the business running while the IT company is fixing the problem. To ensure there's an adequate supply of time, we're to follow the policy and procedures of booking clients, arriving to work on time and limiting annual leave on busy peak periods. We need to book in clients with correct time management, following the guide sheet on the time recommendations, and allow supply of time to effectively flow through. As per policy and procedures, we need to make sure we arrive on time and ready to go before our shift starts. Failure to do so will result in disciplinary action. Limiting annual leave, obviously, during the peak periods allows time to maintain workload and generate maximum revenue. And this also allows for potential business ease. To be contingent with time, appraisals will be done to evaluate whether or not we need to put more staff on or further training needs to be done. Record keeping. We keep record files accordingly, so it's easy to navigate and find what we need. The space needs to be kept neat and tidy at all times. All the records below that I'll read out will be kept in a clearly marked and colour-coded folder. So we've got training records, OHS records, rosters and timesheet records, employee files, feedback forms, complaint forms, appraisals, stock order forms, inventory files, first aid register, injury register, personal protective register, dispute resolution files, daily checklists, audit files, reconciliation and banking files. Our Salon business software acts like a database. The software can provide details of how many clients go through our Salon, what services are most predominant, and who are making the most and the least money, and what stock is being sold and what we need to reorder. Essentially, we use this information to enable us to project possible future results, such as slow and busy times, and which staff may need more support. The business software will prevent the salon from being overstaffed, which will assist in generating overall revenue for the business. So the stock take report from the computer to conduct the stock take. So as you can see here, we have a list here of all the items and what has been sold, so we can put this up against what we did have, and will give us a number on what we need to reorder. And that's basically it. So enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and we'll have a quick chat before we leave today. Thanks.
Thank you.